and they look so pretty, but the grass is starting to look really scruffy up the front. So by mowing it now, that is going to look so much smarter. I think, without a doubt, this part of the garden is probably my most favourite of the year so far, but we are just at the beginning, and honestly I'm so hopeful now that we have some really good weather sticking around. For the next 2 weeks, my children are off school for the Easter holidays, so it's going to be quite hard being able to get out here, but I made sure this morning I took them to the park for a couple of hours with some friends. They're pretty chilled out in the house now, which should, fingers crossed, give me a couple of hours to get some bits and pieces done. The one thing that isn't so good about filming out in the front garden is that I'm on a road and cars keep going up and down, so I'm going to put the camera away now, put the lawnmower away, and then I will catch up with you in the back garden. So as I mentioned, I've been out this morning with the children, so I've not actually been in the greenhouse, and the sun has been full blast out. So let's go and have a look and see what the temperature is. So excited as well. I have grass clippings for the first time this year, so we're going to go and put those out on my new potato bed as well in a minute. Let's look how hot it is in here. So we have got up to 30 degrees centigrade in here. Wow, spring is on the way. So the first thing I need to do is actually get my peas watered. I'm hoping to actually get them out in the Polytunnel tomorrow, but they've wilted so much and they're bone dry. So we'll get that done. And then after that, we are going to head back to the front garden and we're going to plant these aubrecias. Absolutely love these, and they trail all over the place. So we're going to get 4 of these out the front, and then I might dot 2 around somewhere else where they can spread out. After that, we are going to sort those onions out because I still have a tray of onions. You've probably already seen, they need to go out. What I've decided with these is I'm actually going to put them, some of them in the polytunnel, which I said I'd never do again. I'm going to put some of them in the bed here, just dot them around. And then after I've done that, we're going to sort these carrots out. I did mention that the carrots in the last video were going to go back in the house, but I actually left them out here. So they are going to be going in the bed just behind me here, which has got a green watering can in it at the moment. That needs just kind of levelling out and then putting on there and giving them a good water. So a load of jobs I can be getting on in here, and shouldn't take me too long, because I bet you anything, give it 5 minutes and one of the children will want something. They'll be hungry even though I've just fed them, and yeah, anyway, enough talking, let's get on and get these peas watered first. So greenhouses are absolutely amazing over the winter and early spring, but then you've just got to be so careful on days like this where, you know, say you're out for the day and you've left it closed, you can pretty much, like, you know, lose all of your seedlings in a couple of hours, and these have got really wilted now. So now I just really need to make sure that I start closing the greenhouse at night and opening it first thing. But these peas really have to go in tomorrow. I'm going to have a look in a minute up in the polytunnel so I can kind of plan out where they're going to go. When we go up with the onions in a minute, I can kind of have a plan together of how I'm going to put them out. This is certainly going to be a very candid video today. Let's put the trowel in my back pocket, pick up the aubrecias, watering can. Let's go down to the front garden and get these in via my water butt. At the moment, I'm just still relying on rainwater before I get all of my irrigation system set up again. Too many steps in my garden. So I've already got about 6 aubrecias plants on that side of the garden, but none on this. So I think I'm just going to dot the 4 just along the top here, and hopefully that will spread really nicely and start trailing down the front of the rockery. Eventually I want loads of trailing plants here, just so it covers this yucky rockery and you can't see any soil at all. At the moment I've got wood chip on the top of it, but I don't want to keep buying in wood chip every year to cover it. So if I could get this aubrecias, which is a lovely evergreen plant, to cover it, you know, I'll be on to a winner for sure. So at the moment, my front garden is just full of bedding plants, really. I've managed to pick up reduced or really cheap from the shops. But eventually I want lots of nice kind of shrubs in here, so I don't need to think about adding anything to it every year. So with my garden, I really aim to have as many perennial plants as possible. So if you know of a lovely perennial, kind of evergreeny, flowering cottage garden plant that you can recommend, then do let me know, because I'm open to ideas. Luckily, we have had so much rain recently, so the ground is pretty wet already. So I shouldn't have to worry about giving them too much of water while they establish over the next couple of weeks. So here are the steps going up to my greenhouse there. You can probably see hose pipe in the background. That is going all the way up to my polytunnel. You can't see here, I've also got another hose pipe here which needs sorting out, but this area here just has a couple of primroses in. So I think I'm going to put both of the aubrecias here. Now next year, in the autumn, I'm going to completely cover this whole area with loads of bulbs. So it would look really pretty and just pretty, really. So yeah, if I can put these in, hopefully this area will get completely covered over time. As well as plug plants, I actually did pick up some aubriecia seeds. So I sowed those the other day, but they've not come up yet. So hopefully they'll come up really nicely, and we'll have a load of extra ones and different colours as well, because purple and white are like the most popular ones, but you can get red ones as well. The wood chip I've got here is actually wood chip that was made by the tree surgeons that cut all of our trees down earlier in February. So it's always nice to have to like use homegrown stuff here. So here we are up in the greenhouse, and I'm ashamed to say it is very empty. Apart from some sorrel that's growing here, I've got nothing else apart from the odd weed up here. So I'm quite pleased that I am actually planting something in here today, but I really need to get those peas in here tomorrow. One thing though that I am pleased about, we're kind of mid to late afternoon now, and all areas of the polytunnel, apart from a tiny bit, a strip along here, has actually got sun. So definitely better than last year. I've spent quite a lot of time on clearing we coppiced one of the ash trees, or hazel trees, sorry, behind us there, and that has really given us so much more light. So hopefully we're going to have a much better growing season in here this year. Now I picked up some spinach yesterday when we were at the garden centre. It was £1.50 for a tray. I'm not growing any this year. I've never actually grown any before from seed, so I thought I'll pick those up, put them in kind of the patch just in front of you down there. Does quite well for salad up here. And then yeah, with these onions, I think I'm going to kind of line like maybe 3 or 4 kind of in different rows along here. So when I put my tomatoes in, they can go in between, and then as the tomatoes cut the light out, I can then harvest them rather than wasting them. The peas, I've not quite decided where the peas are going to go up here, because with the peas, they're going to grow really tall and they're going to cut a lot of light out for other things. So I need to work out where the best place to put them is, so it doesn't block too much sun out for other crops. How I'm going to be growing them though is up some of this kind of plastic netting. I picked this up for free somewhere, I can't remember where, but I think I'm going to put some bamboo canes along and then have this kind of halfway up, so the peas can grow up it and then maybe just grow a little bit higher, add some string or something like that. But before I put them in, I'm going to have to do some reading up tonight on you know, the best way to grow them and, you know, things like that. So I'm not going to talk too much more about that. I'm just going to get these onions in. Actually, before we get the onions in, I think I'm going to get this spinach in. I might hold back some of them to put in the greenhouse. It's always nice having crops a little bit closer to the house. So I think I'm going to, yeah, keep those ones back. I've actually had quite a lot of my salad germinate now, so hopefully in another kind of couple of weeks or so I'll be able to get those out. I really did miss the boat last year though, because I should have planted salad over the winter in here and, you know, be taking it out ready to put the new stuff in. So next year or later this year, this autumn, I'm definitely going to do that. With this spinach, I'm actually planting it quite close together, and that's because I'll just be harvesting leaves from kind of each plant every day or every couple of days. If you are though a pro with spinach, do let me know. Give me any tips that you have. Do you want to help me plant some onions?
No, but when you've done, can we go out?
Let's see. They're all in now, and as predicted, I'm being summoned. So I'm going to quickly get the rest of these onions in, and then the spinach down in the greenhouse, and then I think that is me done for gardening for the day. So my thinking with the onions, maybe if I put them in kind of clumps of 3 all around, then there should be enough room for them to grow, and the crops that I'm going to plant around them. Also, now these onions are so dry that I imagine they're probably going to bolt at the first chance, so I don't mind getting smaller onions from them. I didn't have any luck with onions growing them over winter last year in the polytunnel, so hopefully now I've got a bit more light, things will change, and it'll be a place that I can grow onions in successfully. By the way, if you've never grown onions before, they grow amazingly well outside. They probably won't grow as well inside the polytunnel, but at the moment, because I'm still working on my garden and I've lost my allotment, well, I gave it back, I just really am limited this year in lovely places that's easy for me to be able to plant into. I've never actually grown onion sets in clumps before, so if you've tried it, let me know. I know a lot of people do it when growing them from seed. I've also probably put more than I was thinking I was going to put down this side. So we've got clumps of 3, we've got 8 of them, so that's 24. But even if I just harvest them as salad onions, then I'll be pretty pleased with that. I'm not going to be able to get my carrots sorted out today, unfortunately, because I need to go in. I think the next couple of weeks is going to be quite sporadic with the amount of time that I can dedicate to the garden. But tomorrow I've booked the children on a kind of multi-activity day at the local sports centre, and a few of their friends are going as well. So I know tomorrow I've definitely got a full day and we can get those peas in the ground, and that will be a little bit more space in the greenhouse. So with the onions in here, I have just kind of dotted them singly around, and I've just got so many that I've got nowhere for them to go this year. So I think I've dotted them around singly so I can just harvest these as kind of salad onions now over the next couple of weeks, because I will need this space for other things. I've got that spinach to go in. So yeah, I mean, I really hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. It's a little bit different, a little bit vloggy. The next couple of weeks are probably going to be similar to that, to be honest. So I really hope you've enjoyed it. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, then please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of all of my latest videos. As ever, YouTube have some videos up now on the screen that they think you'll like, so please go ahead and watch those, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye!